Welcome to the Meeting Underground, Season 3, Episode 5. We're going to continue our series on the backstage of songwriting, where we look at the development of a song and we show some of the background and what made up the writing of it. And particularly this week, we're going to look at the development of a video that we did, that we shot on location here in Nashville. Today, we are in isolation because of the situation that everybody knows about. So we're shooting from different locations and we're going to put it together. And I want to thank Jonnie G for co-hosting the show with me. And also, we're going to have a special guest, Ryan LaFave. And Ryan was the director on the particular video that we're talking about. He directed it, shot the video, shot the camera work, set up the angles and all that. And so we're going to have him join us and give us his thoughts on it too. This video that we did, we shot on a location that was quite something. The story behind it is this. I had been working in an area of West Nashville over in the Nations, if you that know Nashville know that area. And I had, for a number of weeks to months, I had driven by this location. It was on a hill at the edge of two streets, and it was a building that had been ravaged and tore down. It looked like they tore into it to tear it down and then stopped. But it was so compelling. Every time I went by it, I would look at it and I go, wow, that is an amazing looking set. And I didn't think of it quite as a set for a video, but I kept thinking about it. Then I had the idea of doing a video for High Water kind of came together, and I took some shots of it. I showed it to Ryan and I showed it to Jonnie, and we talked about doing the video.
We had this idea to do a video for our version of a High Water Road that we were doing as Blind Drifter Luke. And I remember during that period of time there was a lot of war-related struggles going on overseas in Syria and in Libya and all that area, and that was kind of the big topic of the struggles of the world and stuff at that point. He had seen that abandoned building and that half-wrecked building, and it kind of had that feel to it. It kind of reminded us of like a war zone.
We set up the time to do a shoot, and a lot of things got in the way. But the day we actually went to shoot it, it was interesting.
It got put off, and we really wanted to make it happen, but it just kind of kept falling through because, we had two or three people's schedules to try to align, and we were trying to get it fit in on weekends, and it just didn't work. And then we had like one last chance to do it. We really wanted to get it done, so we went over there, and of course it was like a overcast day.
We met together and got coffee at a nearby coffee shop, and then we went over to the shoot, and it was a little chilly, and it was dark, and we were concerned about maybe that being an obstacle, but it ended up being actually an asset to the video.
Hey everybody, Ryan here. Just wanted to hop in here and kind of give a little bit of my perspective on the High Water video shoot that we did a while back. Day of shoot, we went into the location, and I was immediately kind of taken aback by like the backdrop, the setting. It was very war-torn, very much looked third world, just destructed complex there. It was going to be easy to find some good shots in my mind, and it served to be true. When we first got there, we walked around, picked out about 5 or 6 locations right off the bat, and started filming. I really was wanting to put the emphasis on the shots when I was framing them up on the backdrop. I found it to be sort of the main character in these shots.
We got over there, we were trying to set up angles, and we're trying to figure out where we're going to do stuff, and we did a couple hours over there, and we did some cool stuff with we ended up did some shots outside and in the doorways of the part that was still standing, and then we went into the building where it was just pitch black, and we set up lights, and we had a projector projecting images of some war footage and stuff like this. And it was a really cool, had this really intense feeling to it to be there.
I think we found some cool stages for them to be on. Yeah, so we were planning on filming into the night, so we did bring some lighting that we had lying around. And in retrospect, now going back and looking at it, it's really neat to see the backdrop kind of disappear throughout the day and the characters be the ones left.
It's kind of a hindrance to have the rain about us, but it actually ended up kind of adding to the ambiance and the whole overcast and the destroyed building. It's all symbolic, but it also was referring to the stuff going on in Syria and stuff. It was just kind of just added a more powerful presence to the whole thing.
It was only afterwards that we really realized how providential it all was, because the weather added to the drama of the site that we were shooting at.
I felt very, very, very much like a play with the ending. I guess the ending out, like the speech at the end of a scene where before the curtains closed. It was just neat and metaphorical to me in some way, in some degree there.
So all the obstacles actually became a part of the creative process, and in the end, really helped the effect of the video itself.
It ended up being a really cool experience and a very fitting experience for the song that we were doing it for, because the way it turned out was just kind of right place, right time. And the weird thing about the timing is that we learned, like, I think it was literally like a day or two after we did this, they ended up destroying the whole building. So we almost missed our window to do this amazing video and like have this cool atmosphere to fit the struggles of the song. You know, it's one of those cool moments in life where the stars align and they don't align in the way you think they're going to. And it seems like a hindrance and a problem at the time that you're just trying to overcome. Like even within doing the video, oh, it's starting to rain. Like, oh no, we gotta get inside. Let's do some stuff inside. And it seemed like a problem, but then it ended up adding that much more to the whole feel of everything.
The song I'd been familiar with my whole life, having it been written by my dad. It's kind of embedded in the memory.
High Water Road's always been one of my favorite songs. I've heard it for years and years, most of my life, and it was always one that stuck out to me. It's just got such a strong message, and it's a message that anybody can relate to. It's about perseverance. It's about overcoming the tough roads that we all go through.
This song I wrote 30 years ago. It's an old song that I wrote when I was quite young. It's a blues, it's a spiritual, it's a psalm.
But it's a message that's always kind of stuck out to me and always rang true. And it's just a great song to go to when you're dealing with something and to have those words kind of meet you there.
The scenes that we were setting up and stuff for the shoot, I wasn't necessarily trying to play with the lyrics. I was just really trying to use what we had, and I think it ended up working out pretty well and serving the song.
We thank you for joining us. So we're going to show you the location video that we shot, and we'll follow that by the original audio acoustic version of High Water Road, and we hope you enjoy that. We want to thank you first. Thank you for joining us. The Meeting Underground can now be found at Facebook at Stage 2 Records. And in our post, you'll see at the bottom a link that can take you to YouTube, and you can watch a playlist of all of the episodes. All of the episodes, which now including this, will make 34. We hope you enjoy them. We thank you for your support. Here's the High Water video, Blind Director Luke. Thank you. turning back. At the horizon there's a whirlwind of heat. It's so surprising that I'm still on my feet. I cry more. Hear me, Lord. Trouble surrounds me as I walk in this high water road. Storm winds have found me and I can't catch my breath. The devil hounds me, but I'm doing my best. Far out behind me I see torrential rains, while up ahead I just see more of the same. But I cry, Lord, save my soul. Storm winds have found me and I walk in this high water road. Gotta keep on walking. And I pass through these flames, I won't be shaken, no, I won't bear no shame. All those around me I see fall at my side. I press on harder and I won't lose my stride, 'cause I cry, Lord, save my soul. Falling all around me as I'm walking this high water road. Storm winds have found me as I'm walking this high water road. Trouble surrounds me, I'm walking this high water road. Surrounds me and the wind's at my back. Fire all around me and there's no turning back. At the horizon there's a whirlwind of heat. It's so surprising that I'm still on my feet. Well, I cry, hear me, Lord. Trouble surrounds me as I'm walking this high water road. Storm winds have found me and I can't catch my breath. The devil hounds me, but I'm still doing my best. Far out behind me I see torrential rain, while up ahead I just see more of the same, and I cry, save my soul. Storm winds have found me as I'm walking this high water road. Yeah, I gotta keep on walking. Walk through these waters and I pass through these flames, I won't be shaken, no, I won't bear no shame. All those around me I see fall at my side. Well, I press on harder and I won't lose my stride, 'cause I cry, Lord, save my soul. Falling all around me as I'm walking this high water road. Storm winds have found me as I'm walking this high water road. Trouble surrounds me as I walk in this high water road.